Hi children, good morning. Today we will do the journal entry without preparing the analysis table. That means directly after reading the transaction we will prepare the journal entry. How to prepare it? Let's see here. First transaction, it is given January 1. Business started with cash rupees 1 lakh. Okay. So the first and foremost thing is that we have to analyze the two account which is affected. When business is started, one account affected is capital, other account affected is cash. Okay, cash is asset is increasing, so it will be debited. Capital is also increasing, so it will be credited. Capital shows credit balance, so when it is increasing it will be credited. So what will be our journal entry? Cash account debit to capital account. Okay, so our journal entry will be cash account debit to capital account, and the amount here cash we will write in debit column and amount of capital will be written in the credit. Being business started with cash. Okay, now next transaction our is goods purchased for cash. Here two account affected is, one is purchases and other is cash. Okay, purchases, goods is coming in, so we'll debit it. Purchases is always debited when we are purchasing the goods. Okay, cash is going out, cash will be credited. Okay, so our journal entry will be purchases account debit to cash account, that is 30,000. Okay, so our next transaction is goods purchased from Ramesh, rupees 20,000. Here what is the two account affected? One is purchases and other is Ramesh. Okay, goods coming in and Ramesh is a giver. So goods is coming in, goods purchases will be debited, and Ramesh giver, as per the rule the giver is credited. Okay, so what will be our journal entry? Purchases account debit to Ramesh account. Okay, and amount we will write 20,000. In purchases it will be debited 20,000 and in Ramesh it will be credited 20,000. Okay, now let's see the other question. Here it is given January 24, furniture purchased. What we are purchasing here? We are purchasing asset. Asset is coming in. Okay, one asset furniture is coming in, purchase. Further it is not given cash or anything. If it is silent, we will consider it as cash. So purchase furniture is coming in and cash is going out. So furniture will be debited and cash will be credited. Journal entry will be furniture account debit to cash account. Okay, so when asset are purchased, the respective name of the asset will be debited, and goods are purchased, purchases account will be debited. Okay, now let's see the next question here. Commission received in cash. Cash we are receiving, cash is coming in, so cash will be debited. Commission is our income, as per rule credit all income and gain, so commission will be credited. What will be our journal entry here? Cash account debit to commission account. Okay, our entry will be cash account debit to commission. Cash amount it will be written in debit column and commission account it will be written in credit column. Okay, now let's see the other question. Salary paid. So two account affected here. Whenever nominal account is there, one account affected will be cash. Salary is expenses, so salary will be debited, all expenses are debited, and cash is going out, so cash will be credited. So what will be our journal entry here? Our journal entry will be salary account debit to cash account. Okay, salary it will be 1,000 and cash also 1,000. So after doing all the entries, we will do the total of debit and we will do the total of credit, and it will be equal. Okay, so in this way you have to do the journal entry without preparing the analysis table. You have to identify the two account affected and then see which will be debited and which will be credited, and on the basis of that we will directly prepare the journal entry. Now let's see the other form of entry, that is compound entry. Okay, now what is compound entry? Compound entry is a journal entry in which one or more accounts are debited or one or more accounts are credited. That means when a transaction is of same date and of similar nature, instead of preparing 2 or 3 journal entry, we prepare a single entry, and that entry is known as compound entry. Okay, so let's see the example of it. Okay, first suppose here it is given purchased, it is of same date. Suppose purchase goods for cash rupees 5,000. What will be our journal entry? Purchases account debit to cash. Okay, 5,000. Next question, purchase goods from Sohan rupees 10,000. Again what we are doing, purchases. Okay, your nature of transaction is same. We are purchasing the goods, one for cash and one for credit. For the second transaction, entry will be purchases account debit to so on. So instead of doing 2 entry, what is common here? Purchases, and what it is debited. Okay, so instead of doing 2 entry, we can take purchases as common, and we can do purchases account debit to cash account to Sohan account. In this way we can do the compound entry. Okay, so similar nature transaction we will write once, and then what is making differentiation, that will be mentioned separately. One is for cash transaction and for the Sohan credit transaction. So purchase account debit to cash to Sohan. Now how we will write amount? Cash amount will be written in front of cash rupees 5,000. Sohan's amount will be written in front of Sohan, and the total purchase 15,000 will be written in front of purchases in the debit column. Okay, so this is called compound entry. When a transaction is of same date and of similar nature, the date must be same, then only we can do the compound entry. Okay, let's see the another. This was of purchase. Now expenses. Okay, suppose a transaction here, it is of March 31st, it is given paid wages 1,000, paid rent 5,000, paid salary 6,000. Okay, if we are doing the separate entry, these all are expenses, nature is same and date is also same. Okay, so if paid wages, what will be our journal entry? Wages account debit to cash. Paid rent, what will be our entry? Rent account debit to cash. Paid salary, salary account debit to cash. All expenses are debited and cash is going out, so it will be credited. Okay, so here we can see 2 cash, 2 cash and 2 cash, 3 times cash are credited. Instead of doing this 3 entry, we can do a single entry. Cash is common, so 2 cash will be written once, and this will be mentioned separately because it is different. Okay, so how we can do the compound entry? Wages account debit, rent account debit, salary account debit to cash account. Amount of wages will be written in front of wages in the debit column. Rent, it will be written in front of rent column 5,000. Salary amount will be written in front of salary. And do the total, and total cash 12,000 in the credit. To cash account, 2 amount is written in the credit column. Okay, so in this way we have to do the compound entry. Okay, so while doing the compound entry, you have to see that the date of the transaction must be same and the nature must also be same. Okay, let's solve a question number 3 of Prabodh. Here it is given, journalize the following transaction. Date is given February 1. Ramesh Srivastava started business with rupees 5 lakh cash, rupees 1 lakh worth of goods and machine costing rupees 2 lakhs. Okay, when a business is started, one account affected is capital. Capital is a common. Okay, all the things, all cash, goods and machinery, whichever is brought while starting the business, that will be considered as capital. Okay, so how this all are coming in the business, so this will be debited. Cash will be debited, goods will be coming under stock, and machinery will also be debited. And which account will be credited? Capital. So what will be our journal entry here? 2006 February 1, cash account debit 5 lakh, we are written separately. Stock account debit 1 lakhs, that is also written separately. Machinery account debit rupees 2 lakhs. Okay, to capital account. So what is the capital here? 8 lakhs. Okay, so compound entry we can do in this way: cash account debit, stock account debit, machinery account debit to capital account. Okay, next let's see the other question. Okay, here February 5th. Goods sold on credit to Jarge rupees 10,000, Avinash 15,000 and Kaleem 35,000. Here we are selling the goods. Okay, goods is going out, so it will be sales. It is considered as revenue, and it will revenues are credited. Okay, then here they all are the receivers. Okay, or we can say debtors. So this will be debited. So what will, let's see the compound entry here. February 5. Here Jarge debit, Avinash debit, Kaleem debit to sales account. Okay, 10,000, 15,000, 35,000. Total sales amount is 60,000. Okay, being goods sold to Jarge, Avinash and Kaleem. Okay, so in this way we have to do the journal entry. Transactions of similar nature, the account of similar account will be written once, and with different name account will be written separately. And here you can see that I had written here cash account, but here the name is only written. That means in front, along with the name, we are not adding the word account, only we will write debit. Okay, so when we are writing the name, we will not add the word account here. So here these are the two questions solved from question number 3. Rest 3, it is your homework. Okay, now let's see the journal entries for some specific transaction. Okay, so first it is given goods given as charity or goods donated. Here goods is going out. Okay, and that means our purchases is reduced here. So one account affected will be purchased and it will be credited. Here goods is not sold, but goods is been reduced. So purchases account will be credited. Now charity or donation, it is considered as expenses. So whenever the goods is given as donation, charity account will be debited and purchases will be credited. Our journal entry will be charity account debit to purchases account. Okay, narration will be being goods donated. So other than sales, if the goods is going out of the business, then the purchases will be credited. Okay, and donation will be written under what head? Charity. So our entry will be charity account debit to purchases. Same way, if the cash is donated, our entry will be charity account debit to cash account. Okay, next, distribution of goods as free sample. Free sample, why we are giving? For doing the advertisement. So whenever free sample is given, the account affected will be advertisement. It will be recorded in advertisement account. Here also we are distributing the goods. It is not sales, but our purchases is been reduced. So purchases account will be credited and advertisement account will be debited. So free sample is considered under which account? Advertisements. It is an expenses, so it will be debited and purchases account will be credited. Okay, next is goods or cash withdrawn for personal use. Personal use means which account will be affected? Drawings. Okay, and here goods is going out and our purchase is reduced, so purchases will be credited. If goods, drawings of goods is made, our entry will be drawings account debit to purchases account. If cash is withdrawn for personal use, then our entry will be drawings account debit to cash account. Okay, so here we had learned 3 things. 1, donation. Donation goes under which head? Charity. And if goods is given as donation, or it is distributed as free sample, or it is withdrawn for the personal use, purchases account will be credited. If it is donation, charity will be debited. If it is free sample, advertisement account will be debited. If it has been for personal use, drawings account will be debited. Okay, now let's see the other entry. Next is loss of stock by theft or fire. Loss means it is debited. Okay, so account debited will be loss of stock by theft or fire account debit. Goods, stock means goods, here purchases is reduced, so purchases account will be credited. So there are 4 adjustments regarding the goods. Okay, first is donation, goods donated. Second, goods distributed as free sample. Third, goods withdrawn for personal use. Fourth, loss of stock or by theft or fire. In all the four cases, purchases account will be credited. Why? Because purchase is reduced. Next is donation, charity will be debited. Free sample, advertisement account will be debited. Personal use, drawings account will be debited. Loss of stock by theft will write loss of stock by theft and fire account itself. Okay. Now let's see the other adjustment. Now regarding bad. Next is bad debt. Okay, bad debt means the amount which cannot be recoverable from the debtors. Okay, so when that means that is a loss to the business, so bad debt will be debited. Okay, there can be two conditions, that the whole amount which is to be received from the debtor will not be received, or some partial amount we can receive from the debtor. When the total, now let's see the condition and journal entry. Okay, so when the total due amount is not recoverable, then our entry will be bad debt account debit to debtor. The whole amount, due amount, we will write. Okay, bad debt is a loss, so it will be debited. Our asset is reducing, so it will be credited. Next, when a part of debt is received, what will be our entry? Cash account debit, bad debt account debit to debtor account. Okay, cash, we will write the amount received, the part amount which is received. Bad debt, in front of bad debt we'll write the amount which is not received, and in debtor we will write the total due amount. Okay, so when there is bad debt, you can see that common entry here is bad debt debit to debtor. Here also we are having bad debt debit to debtor. When a part amount is received, we also have to add the cash along with this. Okay, now next let's see when the expenses are beared on purchase of any asset. So if any expenditure on installation of machinery or any construction of building is there, then our entry, that expenses will be debited to the particular asset account. Okay, suppose if the wages is paid to the labor on installation of machinery, then that amount will be added to the machinery account. It will not be added to wages account. Our entry will be machinery account debit to cash. Okay, wages paid to the labor for construction of building, then it will be building account debit to cash. It will not be written as wages debit to cash, will be the wrong entry. It will be asset account debit to cash. That means any expenses beared on behalf of any asset will be added to the asset account. So in brief we can say any expenses which is paid or beared at the time of purchase of asset, that will be added to the asset account, not to the expenses account. Okay, thank you.